Good morning, boys and girls. I am Delphine Williams, and I am a literacy coach for the Mississippi Department of Education, but you can call me Miss Delphine.
Good morning, boys and girls. I am Nicole Hunter, and I am a literacy coach with the Mississippi Department of Education, but you can call me Miss Nicole.
In today's lesson, we will learn about the Lakota Sioux tribe. Miss Nicole, can you tell me a few facts you learned about Native Americans from our previous lesson?
Yes, Miss Delphine. I learned that Native Americans were the first known people to live on the continents of North and South America. I also learned that the Lakota Sioux, the Wampanoag, and the Lenape are just a few of the Native American tribes. These Native Americans ate vegetables and fruits, buffalo and woodland animals, and fished. They wore clothing made from plants and animal skins. They wore skirts and dressings and breechcloth and leggings. They lived in teepees, weetus, hogans, pueblos, and longhouses.
Wow! Thank you, Miss Nicole. That is some great information. Boys and girls, Miss Nicole reviewed with you all of the information we learned from our previous lesson about the Native Americans. Take a look at her anchor chart one more time. Food, clothes, shelter. Native Americans need all of this. Thank you, Miss Nicole. By the end of today's lesson, we will be able to explain the importance of the buffalo to the Lakota Sioux, describe the food of the Lakota Sioux, describe the environment in which the Lakota Sioux lived, and describe aspects of the Lakota Sioux culture. Before we begin today's lesson, let's discuss some words that we will come across throughout the lesson. Understanding these words will help us better understand what we are reading. The first word is agile. Say it with me, boys and girls. Agile. Yes, that's it. Agile means able to move quickly and easily without stumbling. Here is an illustration for agile. I will now use agile in a sentence. Lakota Sioux boys played games that prepared them to be agile hunters. Some synonyms for agile, or words that mean the same or almost the same as agile, are quick and swift. What's the word, boys and girls? Did you say agile? Yes, that's correct. Our next vocabulary word is galloping. Say it with me, boys and girls.
Galloping.
Yes, galloping means moving at a fast pace. Here is an illustration of galloping horses. I will now use galloping in a sentence. All the horses were galloping toward the buffalo herd. Some synonyms for galloping are dashing and hurrying. The word is galloping. Say it with me, boys and girls. Galloping. Yes. The next word is sacred. Now you say it, boys and girls.
Sacred.
Yes, that's it. Sacred means treated with respect. Here is an illustration for sacred. This is an illustration of a buffalo. I will now use sacred in a sentence. The Lakota Sioux Indians considered the buffalo to be sacred animals. Some synonyms for sacred, or words that mean the same or almost the same as sacred, are holy and cherished. What's the word?
Sacred.
Yes, that's correct. Our last word is warriors. Say it with me, boys and girls. Warriors. Yes, that's it. Warriors are those who are engaged in or experienced in battle. Here is an illustration of warriors. I will now use warriors in a sentence. The brave warriors drew their weapons and rode into battle. Some synonyms for warriors are soldiers and fighters. The word is warriors. Your turn, boys and girls. Warriors. Yay! We will quickly review our vocabulary words. I will say the word, clap out the syllables, and then you will repeat the word. The first word is agile. Agile. Boys and girls, it's your turn. What's the word?
Agile.
Yes, agile. That's correct. Our next word is galloping. Galloping. Your turn.
Galloping.
Our next word is sacred. Sacred. Your turn, boys and girls.
Sacred.
And our last word is warriors. Warriors. Your turn.
Warriors.
Thank you, boys and girls, for helping with our vocabulary words today. Again, these are the words that we will see and understand as we read today's story. Boys and girls, take a look at this map. This green area of the United States is known as the Great Plains. A plain is a large area of fairly flat land with lots of grass, but few trees. Many Native American tribes lived in the Great Plains long ago. One group of tribes was known as the Sioux. Sioux tribes included Lakota Sioux, Dakota Sioux, and Standing Rock, among others. Today's read aloud is about the Lakota Sioux people of the Great Plains. Remember this green section, this middle section of the map of the United States of America is known as the Great Plains. Miss Nicole, can you name the animal in the picture?
Yes, Miss Delphine. That's a buffalo.
Yes, Miss Nicole, this is a buffalo. The buffalo are wild animals, both larger and stronger than most horses. Long ago, many buffalo roamed the Great Plains. The buffalo were important to the Lakota Sioux for many reasons. Today, boys and girls, I am going to read the story, The Lakota Sioux and the Buffalo. We are going to listen to find out why the buffalo were so important to the Lakota Sioux. Wow! It feels like an earthquake. A herd of buffalo thunders by, hooves crashing. The earth trembles. With heads down, horns thrust forward, and eyes glaring. These beasts are frightened and dangerous. Into their midst charges a great group of brave Lakota Sioux warriors on horseback. Each man has his spear or arrow ready. He will shoot as soon as he gets a bow's length away, almost close enough to reach out and touch the animal. Both of the hunter's hands are busy with his weapons, and he clings to the galloping horse by the strength of his leg muscles alone. Lakota Sioux hunters shot and killed only as many buffalo as they needed for food, clothing, shelter, and tools. Sharing with others was very important to the Lakota Sioux. The buffalo killed during the hunts were divided among everyone in the tribe, including people too old or too sick to hunt for themselves. To have a successful buffalo hunt, both men and horses had to be well trained. It took months of hard work to get a horse ready. The horse needed courage and speed to run through a rushing herd of buffalo, coming face to face with a stomping, steam-breathing, hairy beast. Horses were trained to stop immediately at the nudge of a rider's knees. Not every horse was brave and fast enough to be chosen for the hunt. What do you see in this picture, boys and girls? Did you say Sioux boys playing and riding? Yes, boys and girls, that's correct. But not every boy was brave and fast enough to be chosen for the hunt either. Boys began training for buffalo hunts at a young age. They learned to ride horses well by the time they were 5 years old. They held riding contests to see who could ride the fastest, jump the highest, and shoot the straightest. The winners were allowed to ride with the scouts who searched for buffalo herds before the hunt. Boys needed lots of practice shooting at moving targets. They learned to be quick and agile by playing games with hoops and poles. Round hoops made from bent branches were rolled along the ground. As the hoops spun down the hillside with buffalo speed, boys aimed their poles through the center of the hoops. Something called rawhide was wrapped around the hoops that the boys used for target practice. Rawhide is the tough, hard leather made from a buffalo's hide or skin. Rawhide was used by the Lakota Sioux for many things. The Lakota Sioux made drums, rattles, buckets, and ropes from rawhide. Boiled rawhide was even used to make a special glue. The buffalo gave the Lakota Sioux almost everything they needed for life on the Great Plains. Rawhide was pretty tough, but the Lakota Sioux discovered ways to soften hides, turning them into soft leather with many more uses. From this soft leather, the Lakota Sioux women made moccasins, cradles, winter robes, bedding, shirts and dresses, pouches, and dolls. The Lakota Sioux often painted beautiful designs or pictures on the buffalo skin they used to make their homes. This illustration shows a teepee on which the Lakota Sioux painted horses and buffalo. The Lakota Sioux certainly knew how to make or get the things they needed. Think of all those ways they used every part of the buffalo. Nothing was wasted. Even the buffalo meat lasted long after the hunt. The Lakota Sioux often made stew with the fresh meat. They also dried buffalo meat to eat in the winter months when food was harder to find. The Lakota Sioux pounded this dry meat and mixed it with buffalo fat to make a tasty snack called pemmican. The bones of the buffalo were made into knives, arrowheads, shovels, scrapers, awls, which is a type of needle, and paintbrush handles. The horns were used for cups, spoons, ladles, and toys. A part of the buffalo's muscle, called sinew, was used as thread for stringing bows and arrows. The hair was used for headdresses, pillows, ropes, and ornaments. For the Lakota Sioux, the buffalo were sacred. The Lakota Sioux said special prayers to the animals before hunting and killing them. Every year they performed a special ceremony, the buffalo dance, at the start of the summer buffalo hunting season. The buffalo dance ceremony is something the Lakota Sioux still perform today. Boys and girls, I hope you have enjoyed our story, The Lakota Sioux and the Buffalo. At this time, we will have question and answer period. I would like for you to try to answer the questions at home with a friend or family member. Try to answer in complete sentences by restating the question in your answers. Miss Nicole and I will model this first. Miss Nicole, how did the Lakota Sioux find food?
The Lakota Sioux found food by hunting buffalo on horses with spears and arrows.
Yes! Thank you, Miss Nicole. That is correct. Boys and girls, did you and your friends at home get that? She said the Lakota Sioux found food by hunting buffalo on horses with spears and arrows. Great job. Boys and girls, listen carefully to our next question. Miss Nicole, what are some other reasons the buffalo were important to the Lakota Sioux?
I know. The buffalo were important to the Lakota Sioux because they were used for food, to make clothing, to make shelter, and many other things.
Wow, great answer, Miss Nicole. That is correct. Listen to our next question, boys and girls. Miss Nicole, did all members of the tribe hunt the buffalo?
No, Miss Delphine. All members of the tribe did not hunt the buffalo. Boys were trained from childhood, learning the special skills required, and then only older boys and men hunted.
Yes! Thank you, Miss Nicole. That's correct again. Boys and girls, if you said no, you are so smart. Now, I really need you boys and girls to put on your thinking caps for this question. If boys and men were trying to hunt the buffalo, what do you think the girls and women were trying to do? Did I hear you say you think the girls and women were trying to cook and clean? Yes, that sounds great to me, boys and girls. Good answer. Did I hear you say the girls and women probably were trying to sew and make clothes and jewelry? Yes, thank you, boys and girls, for these wonderful answers. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Miss Nicole, I have another question. What was the land like where the Sioux lived?
Oh, I remember that. The Sioux lived on flat plains with few trees. Boys and girls, did you all remember that?
Great job, Miss Nicole and boys and girls at home. So, if the Sioux lived on flat plains with few trees, what do you think the plains buffalo ate? Boys and girls, do you know? Did I hear you say the plains buffalo ate grass and herbs? Great job, boys and girls. That's correct. You all have worked so hard answering these questions. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yay! Boys and girls, it's now time for Think, Pair, and Share. I am going to ask a question. I will give you a minute to think about the question, and then I will ask you to turn to a family member or a friend and share your thoughts. Here's my question. Do you think the Lakota Sioux could have survived without the buffalo? Why or why not? Miss Nicole and I will also discuss the question and share. Miss Nicole, do you think the Lakota Sioux could have survived without the buffalo? Why or why not?
I'm thinking. I'm ready to share now. No, Miss Delphine, the Lakota Sioux could not have survived without the buffalo, because the buffalo gave the Lakota Sioux almost everything they needed for life on the Great Plains. The Lakota Sioux used the buffalo for food, clothing, and shelter.
Yes, Ms. Nicole, that is awesome. Boys and girls, did you remember to share with a family member or friend at home? If so, thank you for being so smart and helping us answer our questions today. Boys and girls, after hearing today's read aloud, questions and answers, I hope you have learned a lot about the Lakota Sioux tribe and how important the buffalo is to them. Now it's time for our word work. Let's take a look at our word on the slide. In the read aloud, you heard, boys learn to be quick and agile by playing games with hoops and poles. Say the word agile 3 times with me. Ready? Agile, agile, agile. Remember, boys and girls, agile means able to move quickly and lightly without bumping into or knocking over other things. The agile cat leaped across the stream from one rock to another. Can you think of a time that you were agile or when you did something in an agile way? Turn to a friend or family member and try to use the word agile when you talk about it. Here is a sentence starter. You may use it. I was agile when. Miss Nicole, can you think of a time when you were agile or you did something in an agile way?
Yes, Miss Delphine, I can. When I was younger, I remember I was as agile as a cheetah when I was running to my school bus.
Yay! Great job, Miss Nicole. Boys and girls, did you use the word agile? Great job, boys and girls. You all have worked hard learning our new word, agile. Miss Nicole and I hope that you have learned a lot about the Lakota Sioux. We want to thank you, boys and girls, for joining us today. All rights and credits from the lesson belong to Core Knowledge Language Arts. We would also like to thank Core Knowledge Language Arts for publicly sharing these materials. Share something you learned today with your family and friends. Until next time, boys and girls, goodbye.